Well, good evening and welcome to episode number 567 of the Garden City Community Chat Show. I am your host, Gary. It is Thursday, March 10th, 2022. We're so happy you could be with us tonight. We hope that you're all safe and doing well. Also joining me tonight is Garden City's meteorologist, Dr. Tom Iwinski. Tom, how you doing?
Doing well. I think winter could be toward the end of the horizon. So let's cross our fingers.
Oh boy. Yeah, that sounds good. I can't wait. Also, former Garden City Councilman and the current president of the Garden City Kiwanis, Mr. Mike Jones. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing excellent, Gary, but I'm getting better every day.
Great. So tonight we are happy to welcome back Garden City Councilman Brian Earle to the show. It's been a little while since he was on last, and we chatted with him. Tonight we won't be talking too much about local government, but we will talk to him about his new venture that he is doing. So you're going to want to stick around for that and find out what it is. It's pretty interesting. I think you'll find it interesting as well. We also have Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More. He's back with another tax talk for you. It's getting closer to the deadline, and Joe always has some good information for you that you can use. Mike's going to close out the show with some community announcements you'll want to know about. But first up, the chat meteorologist Doppler Tom Iwinski will be here with the latest weather forecast for you and what we can expect for the rest of the week and the weekend. So grab your favorite beverage or snack and join us for the next hour or so. Should be a good one. Just a reminder for you to mark your calendars for April 7th. I know it's a little advanced. We'll be having representatives from DTE here to talk about Severe Weather Awareness Week, how to protect yourself, your family, and your home. So we hope that you'll be able to join us for that. Let's see. Remember, if you have any questions or comments and you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube, we are live on YouTube as well. Please go ahead and put them in the comment section, and I'll get them up on the screen and hopefully get them answered for you. You can also text your questions to 734-788-9319. We also want to take a minute to say thank you to all of you who tune in and listen and support us every Thursday, not only from our hometown of Garden City, but several of the surrounding communities as well. Right, Mike?
Yes, sir.
Hey, we really appreciate your support, and we'll always continue to promote our community and yours. So please continue to watch, share, and listen. All right. Remember, if your community or organization has any events, announcements, or cancellations that you would like to get out to our listeners, what should they do, Mike?
I would suggest they email us, Gary.
Exactly. Be sure to email the details to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/gcchat. And Mike will be more than happy to pass that information along for you.
That's right.
Correct. All right, let's get Tom in here now with a check of the weather, and then we'll spend some time chatting with our guest, Garden City Councilman Brian Earle. So stand by. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. So you got some warmer weather coming for us, I hear, eh?
Yeah, not Saturday.
We do have some warmer weather coming
Yeah, not Saturday.
eventually. There's just a little obstacle in the way.
A little blip.
And there's a little obstacle, and that will be over the next few days. But the first obstacle will begin to develop as we get into tonight and during the overnight hours. So for the rest of the evening, we'll probably remain fairly dry, fairly quiet. So if you're out and about, shouldn't be any issues to speak of. Temperatures are going to be in the 30s and dropping into the 20s during the overnight hours. And as we get into the overnight hours, the moisture in the atmosphere will begin to increase, and we'll see our next weather system begin to move in, and the system during the overnight hours will be snow. So we are going to be getting into another event where we'll see another round of snow moving through. But the good news is that this appears to be a lighter snow. It doesn't appear to be a heavy snow, and it won't really be here for very long as well. So after midnight, the snow will begin to move through and into the area, and it will continue on and off throughout the night and into the morning hours, and then really start to begin to end during the late morning hours. So by around noon, the majority of this system will be moving out, and the rest of the day will be dry. So just a little obstacle in the way. Snowfall totals with this little system moving through won't be anything to really speak of. They'll probably be less than an inch, so you probably don't even need to go out and shovel much or do anything, because as we get into the afternoon hours, temperatures will get above freezing, and it will all melt. So you just have to just wait for the temperatures to really get above freezing, and then you'll be good on that end. So just a little obstacle, and then as we get into the weekend, that will be our next little obstacle, especially on Saturday. It'll be a much colder period behind the system. We're going to see temperatures in the 20s for high temperatures into Saturday. So it'll be one of the colder days than we have been dealing with for daytime highs. And unfortunately, what will aid in that colder air will be a blustery day. We'll see a little bit of an increased wind throughout the day on Saturday with winds right around 30 miles an hour. And then as we get into Sunday, the wind direction shifts. So we'll see a little bit warmer temperatures on Sunday, and we'll still have the wind continuing throughout the weekend. We'll probably see a little bit of breeze again continuing on Sunday, but the difference is the wind direction. So we'll see temperatures in the 40s. So it'll be a little bit of a stark difference. Wind direction will do everything for you. It'll bring in the cold and it will bring in the warmth. And we'll be seeing that this weekend with a cold day on Saturday and a much warmer day on Sunday. And overall, the whole weekend looks dry. So if you're going to be out and about, it should be good. Just a little bit on the windy side.
Cool.
And then as we get into next week, we see a real big pattern shift as we get into next week. And if you're ready for spring, this is going to be your week, because all of next week looks much more milder and, dare I say, warm. We're going to see temperatures really start to moderate as we get into next week, and it will all start on Monday. As we get into Monday, we're going to see temperatures get into the 50s. We're going to see temperatures really increasing, and we'll probably see temperatures in the mid 50s. And then as we get into Tuesday and into Wednesday, we'll see temperatures continuing to probably be into the mid 50s. So we're going to see this kind of a consistent pattern each and every day with temperatures in the 50s. And then as we get into Wednesday, we'll see temperatures jump into the 60s. And then on Thursday, this will be our warmest day of the week. So if you're going to be playing hooky, if you will, Thursday is the day to do it, because temperatures right now, with the wind direction and with everything I'm seeing, it would not shock me if temperatures got into the 70s.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy.
I love it.
Get into,
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, we are definitely going to see a warm, St. Patrick's Day as we get into Thursday. I didn't even realize it was St. Patrick's Day until Mike just mentioned it. So definitely, a warm, dry St. Patrick's Day. So enjoy that if you're going to be out and about. So yes, temperatures will be much warmer next week. And as we get into Friday to end the week, we'll drop back down into the 50s with a little bit of a front moving through. So can't complain next week with much more milder temperatures. But yes, we're going to see a little bit of snow during tonight and into early tomorrow, but it's not much to speak of. Temperatures will be cold tomorrow, and after the snow moves through, but they will be above freezing. We'll probably see temperatures in the mid 30s for highs. So that's enough, believe it or not, to really start melting the snow out there and to really dry us out. But after that snow moves through tomorrow, it will remain cloudy throughout the day. So plan for a little bit of a snowy morning and drying out as we get into the afternoon hours. But quickly talking about some other weather, this system is going to be affecting all of the United States to really speak of right now. It's really going through the southern states, the southern plains, and it's going to move into the Ohio Valley and all the way into the Northeast. They're going to see much more heavier snow as we get into the interior of Northeast. So here we go in Michigan again, always missing these bigger storms. We're definitely in the sweet spot again.
Good.
And we're not going to see much snow with this system. A lot of other places will probably see a foot of snow as we get into portions of that area. And some of the places down south as well are going to see the snow. Alabama and parts of Georgia are going to see accumulating snow. So that's always a big deal down there when they get snow.
Wow.
They're welcome to it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's pretty much the weather is going to start quieting down all across the U.S. as we get into next week when we call it a zonal pattern, which is the jet stream really calming down and bringing us a nice warm weekend next week. So enjoy that. But if you want to keep tuned to all my local weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com.
Daylight savings time.
Yeah. That's this Sunday,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
I just sleep through it, and whenever I wake up, I just see. I don't even know what time it is. So.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll just look at our phone.
Hey, let's hear it. Doppler Tom.
Yeah. 70 degrees. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Break the shorts
I know.
off.
This is where I come out.
Spring training baseball.
Oh, well, yeah, finally, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, let's say hi to a few people in there that are watching us. Sandy Abraham is in there. Hello. Lynn Hammond is in there. Hi, Lynn. William Moorhan from the library board's in there. How you doing, William? Also, Mrs. Chat's in there. Emmy Thren's in there. And Mayor Randy Walker. Hello, Mayor. Thanks for joining us. Also, Mark Mukovitz. And there's like 14 others that I just can't see who they are because they haven't said anything. So good turnout. Good turnout. All right. Let's introduce our guest for tonight. I said he is on the Garden City Council. Please welcome back Councilman Brian Earle. Let's bring him in. How you doing, Councilman?
Good. How are you guys?
We're doing
Great.
Hey,
fantastic.
can I say that I'm on this time of year a lot, and Doppler Tom always craps on baseball at the start. It's nice to hear a week of nice weather. You know, high school tryouts start next week. It's nice to hear some good stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Hey,
Mike,
well,
Mike, I got this for you, by the way, too. Here we go.
Oh, thank you. I have about 10 hats with that insignia on the front.
that
I'm
logo
just
on it?
excited.
I got one every year when I was working at Hickville American Park.
Well, look, thanks for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Been a little while, hasn't it?
Yeah. So, what'd you say? This was show 567.
7.
So it's
Yeah,
been 67 shows.
Yeah.
I think 500 was when I was on last.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So it's been a year.
First off, how you enjoying retirement?
I love it. It's I loved my job. It got really trying towards the last few years.
Right.
And it was funny when Mike mentioned daylight savings time. I started laughing. I said, well, I don't care.
Right. Exactly. But
Now, my wife will be mad about that, but
you're gonna find that you're not gonna have enough hours in the day. Let me tell you.
I have found that. I've been trying to stay busy. I had a lot of offers when I was getting ready to retire, and I had no inclination at all to go put a uniform on and do anything like that again.
Right.
So I've turned down several law enforcement and security and a bunch of other stuff.
Well, good for you. Enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm doing this, because you still have to do something.
Right. We're going to get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
Garden
So
City Fire Chief Harmon's in there watching. How you doing? Also, look at Darcy Earle's in there. Hey.
Boy, she's going to judge me. Here we go.
Critique
Don't
you.
they always?
Critique you. Also, Ed Wilhite from Hogg's Backyard Barbecue's in there. How you doing, sir? Thanks for joining us. So tonight you're not here so much to talk about local government, but what your new venture is. You want to tell us a little bit about that? I see you're in a workshop, eh?
Yeah. It's still a little chilly out here. I realized early on this year that I didn't have any kind of heat. But so I retired in October, and the sheriff's department, didn't quite come through with everything they promised at the end of the career. So obviously I have to have some other kind of jobs to continue surviving. I've got 3 kids, and, like I said earlier, I didn't want to do the security or law enforcement. I'm over all that. So my wife, who is the brains of the operation, she kind of said, hey, this would be a good idea to start doing building some of these, it's reclaimed pallet wood kind of projects. And what started it is we're ordering, we've purchased a laser. So it's a laser cutter. It can engrave, it can burn in wood, it can cut. So that's ultimately where we're going to be going with it, so we can personalize all of our stuff.
Cool.
So I started putting this together, and it's fun. It's relaxing. And
almost like a hobby, really, isn't it?
It's like a hobby, but people are actually paying me to have my hobby. So
yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah.
It's a good deal.
When I started it out, so the name 1489, that was my badge number.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask you how you came up with that.
Yeah, so 14. It was important for me to kind of, I really liked doing law enforcement. It was fun.
Yep.
30 years, and so that's my badge number. So at least I get to keep a little bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for your service.
What's that? Oh, thank you.
Thank you for your service. 30 years.
Yeah.
Quite a commitment.
It went by fast. They always say that, but it really does. So this is, I was talking to Carrie earlier. It's been great for a number of different things. I've been able to. I never really got into this kind of working before, so I'm learning as I go. I'm getting to use a lot of my dad's old tools, which is fun.
That's awesome.
And what I found is, I started this Etsy page, 1489 Studio Designs. It's on Etsy, and then I started putting it on Facebook. Well, I've had a lot of orders, personal orders. They message me and say, hey, can you make this, or hey, can you make that? So I've been really busy making specific requests, which is a good thing,
Yeah.
And it's fun to see people take it and use it, and they're not just doing it just to order something. So so far it's been good. It's a lot of work. It's totally different. So something I guess I kind of needed at this stage of my life.
So is this always something that you wanted to do? I mean, is woodworking been a passion of yours, or?
No, to be honest with you, I've done what I've needed to do to to fix things here and there. So when I was a little kid, I used to make flower stands.
Oh, okay.
5, 6, 7 years old. But my mom would have them in the house, and she would have friends, and I'd go to their house, and I'd get all happy because I'd see these little flower stands that I built, and surprised they were actually standing, because it was like a board and 3 screws. But so that's really the extent of what I did when I was younger.
Wow.
I've always kind of been amazed watching people do it.
Yeah.
And it's a learning curve to it. Obviously, if you're going to sell something, you don't want to just slap some stuff together and say, here you go. So you have to make it so it's usable. But I'm really enjoying it. It's like kind of like finding a second career, and it's important that you like what you're doing. And so far, I'm really enjoying it.
And it's really relaxing. It really is.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think that you'll ever do any of these craft shows or anything in the future?
Yeah. So my plan is to get out and hopefully do some lucky squirrels and some other craft shows.
Mhm.
So I'm on a couple different pages. Like the Etsy page is smaller, like like this. I don't know if this works. This thing right here, that's about as big as it'll get on the Etsy page because you ship it.
Okay.
But I've had bigger orders, for local. So I want to do shows because I'm going to have a lot of bigger things. I don't know if you can see it, but let me see if I can do it right here. This black thing here,
Yeah.
a 55-gallon drum smoker
Oh,
that I
wow.
built. It's called a barrel smoker.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually making one starting next week for somebody, and I'm making two. I've got one that somebody requested, and then I'm gonna make a second one that I'm gonna sell.
Oh, wow.
So it's not just woodwork. Excuse me. So that one came about because I obviously look like it. I can eat some barbecue. So
Yeah. Ed Wilhite from Hogs Backyard.
Yeah,
Barbecue.
he's a charter member of Ed Wilhite's Club.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's to look at something and say, man, I think I can make that, and just kind of design it yourself and
Yeah.
make it is really kind of cool, and to have
Exactly.
people appreciate it when you sell it.
Yep.
So
So
go ahead.
let me put a couple pictures up of some of the stuff you've done. You can comment on this.
That's actually it's like a bottle opener for your bar, for your outside. There's actually one sitting right like here, this blue thing.
Okay.
So they're different shapes and colors. And I did test it out. And of course, I had to use a beer because I think that's what most people use there. But it did work.
Cool.
So that's an easy thing. It's obviously a cheaper thing.
Right.
Wine rack.
Yeah.
That actually started out as a bookshelf. And then my wife decided that wine would look good in it too.
Yeah.
And it works,
Yeah, it does.
So, and the thing is, so I make them natural like that, and then people can request stains.
Right. I was just going to ask you. Yeah, you keep them natural, and if they
Yeah.
request stain or a paint or
Stain, yeah, I'll get into painting them as well.
Yeah.
If somebody requests to say, hey, can you do this or do that? Obviously, I would do everything I can do to do it. So, but some people really like the rustic look. So
yeah.
That's one I made that my wife took and threw up on her wall. And
Yeah,
so,
looks good.
but if somebody wants it, I will take it down off the wall.
There's chicken wire, right? Chicken wire on there.
There's chicken wire in the back. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all the wood is either from pallets or recycled. I had somebody bring me giant machine lids that were wooden that they used to box up strong machines, and so I take those apart. So I recycle.
Oh,
every
nice.
time. Yeah.
That's
So
a
that
nice
was a
table.
special. That was a special request. That table.
Very nice.
In fact, I just got a second one for almost the exact same thing today. They want another one that's a little taller for something else. So,
Gee, and you make the rooster too? No.
no, that's Darcy is the technical and the person that makes it look good. She knows how to pretty it up. So that's one of her decorations that she threw on there.
That's very nice. Let's see. Oh, I like this.
Yeah,
For the dogs, for your pets.
yeah, we have two mastiffs.
Yeah.
So obviously it's nice to have it up in the air a little bit for them to drink. So something like that, you have to water treat too, because obviously they're going to drool and splash and everything all over it. So that was when Darcy took a picture of and said, hey, can you make this for us? So
you could actually make it for any size dog, really, right?
oh yeah, it could be low.
Dimensions.
Yeah, it could be low, high. It's just that ours are,
Massive.
a little bit too big.
Yeah. That's cool. Now, what's your price range, Brian? I mean, I'm sure it depends on what it is, but
Yeah, it could go anywhere from $10-15 for the small things like the bottle openers, and there's some bigger things. This thing right here that I just built, you can't see the whole thing in the shop, but
yeah.
that'll be a little bit bigger because it's a lot more time. It depends on the time and energy and the product that has to go into it.
Mhm.
So it'll range up to about $60 for some stuff. I went on there and looked, and some people are asking for something like this. They'd be asking $150, and it's just, that's not why I'm doing it.
Right.
I want it to be affordable. I want somebody to have it in their house and say, man, this is pretty cool. And,
Yeah.
so I'm still making some money off of it, and
Sure.
it's keeping me out of trouble.
And you're recycling. I mean, you're repurposing this stuff. I mean, how great is that?
Yeah. So, it started out grabbing some pallet, go by dumpster and grab a couple pallets, and then everybody's like, hey, here, come get these pallets and come get these pallets. And
Are they getting harder to find pallets? Because I
No.
know this is getting popular. No?
Yeah, no, I haven't had any problems. In fact, I had to slow down grabbing them. You want several on hand because they're all different sizes and shapes.
Right.
And that's kind of what makes it cool too, is nothing's the same.
Yeah.
So, I can make 3 of one thing, and they're all going to look a little different. They got knots and
Right.
some cracks, so it's fun, but it does look kind of cool when it's done the right way.
Yeah. No two are going to be the same. They're going to be originals. That's for
No, yep, yeah.
sure. Mrs. Chad has a question here. Didn't you and Darcy make an outdoor bar in your backyard, or was I thinking of someone else? I keep thinking.
So we made a couple years ago. I called a couple friends of mine and said, "Hey, Darcy was out of town. I was going to surprise her with a bar, and I had a couple like scrap pieces of wood back there." And I called them over, and they looked at there. They're like, "You can't make a bar out of like 4 pieces of wood and some twine." So we had to go buy some wood, but we used the whole outside of it was old fencing.
Oh,
So we built that for the bar, and then last summer we built like a 10 by 12 deck out of pallets, out of pallet wood.
Wow.
The base is regular treated wood, and then the top is pallet wood, because wood was so expensive. I mean, it would have cost us $300-400 to build that thing,
wow.
So when you recycle this pallet wood, it obviously keeps the cost down. So we built this thing back there for our we have a table out there with an umbrella and all that, and
Yeah.
it's really nice. So yeah,
Nice for entertaining.
yeah.
Yeah, she says she keeps thinking, me and her will try it, but she goes, heck, ordering one from you sounds like a better idea.
That's all right. Just provide the drinks.
Yeah. Sandy Abraham says, beautiful work. You are very talented.
Thank you.
Mark Vukovic says, perfect work, Mr. Earle. Love doing the same.
Thank you, Mark. Good to see you, buddy.
Emmy wants to know the best way to get a hold of you for a project, and I did put that up. I'll put that up on the screen right now.
Yeah,
This is probably
so
the best way, right?
yeah, so I do have a Facebook page. 1489 Studio Designs is up there on Facebook, and email 1489 Studio Designs at Gmail would probably be the easiest way to do it, unless
Right.
you're on Facebook and you can find it, or Etsy. I'm on Etsy. If somebody knows what Etsy is, you can go there, and I'm pretty sure you can message me. I know you can message me through there as well.
Yeah. And I think the link is on your Facebook page to that. as
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
well. So, and I'll mention it again at the end of the show, so everybody will have that. And
Okay.
let's see. Uh-oh. The boss says, we did the pallet deck in our backyard last year too. That'll cost you if you want that, because it was work. Oh, I thought we'd just come over and take yours. You're only a couple streets over.
That was a lot of, like I said,
Oh, I
that was
bet.
a 10 by 12. That was a ton of pallets, ripping them apart,
Yeah, that's a monster.
sanding it, but it turned out really nice. I mean, like I said, it saved us hundreds of dollars, and it turned out really nice.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she said back-breaking work.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears go into that stuff.
Well, it's going to get good use this year because we've got a graduation party coming up. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Wow. Time flew, eh?
it flew. Yes.
Jeez, oh, Pete, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, hopefully we can have all them graduation parties this year. That's for sure.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's, we're kind of slowly
Turning
breaking
the corner.
things, and it's everybody needs to take a deep breath and just be able to
Yeah.
enjoy and,
Yeah.
and relax and be calm, and So
Yeah,
that's
be-
why.
Be
and I-
cautiously optimistic.
yes.
Really.
It's been tough couple of years.
Oh, it has. It has for everybody. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, that's your workshop. It looks like you might have to expand that.
Trust me. So my garage was somewhat organized, and then I'm like, well, I'm going to do this, so I might need one more workbench, so I built it. Then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, crap, I'm going to need another one, so I built it. And then I have an old tabletop saw, and I'm like, oh man, I got to put that together. And next thing you know, I'm walking sideways into the garage, and everything's popped up in the corner.
Wow.
But
Well,
it's perfect for what I'm doing. I'm not making anything giant in here.
yeah. Yeah.
Everything's right where I like it.
Yeah.
So it's perfect size for what I'm doing.
Awesome. Well, Tom says warmer weather's coming. You can open that garage door and have a good time outside.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
There's been it gets dusty in here. So
Yeah, I bet.
I hope I can breathe.
Yeah.
But
Well, look, I did want to ask you, to put your councilman hat on,
Mhm.
your thoughts on the purchase of Schoolcraft.
oh man, it's great.
Awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's the more when we met with Schoolcraft the first time, and the guy was talking about this developer and 64 houses, and
Oh, yeah.
and God knows what the housing market is up right now, but
Yeah.
construction costs are skyrocketing.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And so if that guy would have got that, and before we had that, there was a couple. I know that the city manager and a couple others were like, I wonder what they're paying for that. Maybe we can get it ourselves.
Yeah.
And when the guys told us the price, I was like, oh man,
Oh my God.
because I
No-brainer.
have a friend who's Jeremy Cady.
Yes.
He's a clerk down in Huron Township. When I called him,
Yeah.
he said down there an acre's going for $60,000.
Oh
we're
my
getting
gosh.
15.8 acres with a 39,000 square foot building for $170,000.
And pretty much all the contents inside.
Yeah. So another $32,000 for the tables and chairs, which were all in great shape.
Wow.
So, and credit to Schoolcraft. I was concerned, with them moving out, but they really. It turned out I knew when they came to the meeting, I knew one of their attorneys. He used to work for the county, and I used to actually negotiate against them. So when I was talking to them, they were very sincere when they were happy that Garden City was going to get it.
Cool.
They've been part of this community for a long time, and obviously, the worry is, are we still going to get our kids still going to get resident rates? And yes, they still get resident rates at Schoolcraft. It's
Awesome.
so none of that is going to change. And
Change,
so, it's a great thing.
Yeah.
It's a long way down the road still.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
no decisions can be made yet on anything because it's really a year and a half at least down the road.
yeah. And speaking of decisions, at the council meeting, it was brought up about the thrift store. There was kind of some miscommunication there or something, but you want to explain that?
Well, I somehow it got out that that the city manager was gonna shut down the thrift store and that's it, and that's not the case. In fact, from the only thing that when you're in there initially and you're walking through, we're like, oh man, we could do this here, we could do this here, and we could do this here,
Right.
And it was said we have that thrift store. Not only can it be here, but it can be expanded. Like we can have a coffee shop, we can have all kinds of stuff with
Yeah.
it. It can be
Some walls down.
a seniors gathering place.
Uh-huh.
So, like I said, there's so many decisions that have to be made,
Right.
a year from now.
Yeah.
And everybody is we're in the initial phase. Everybody's just excited that we're getting, it's crazy the price that we got that building for. And it's in great shape.
Yeah.
Because we were looking at working with the county on a COVID grant, and they got some funding that they could have funneled down to us. And we were looking at Maplewood Center, and it was going to be $5 million to fix that.
Right.
So There's still stuff that has to be fixed at Radcliffe, but they just put $2 million into it a couple years ago. The school
Yes.
did.
Yes.
So-
It's a beautiful building. I mean, inside.
Yeah, and there's benefits also for the school because they're not going to lose that parking lot.
Yeah.
I drop my middle schooler off there in the morning, and it would be miserable if that was a subdivision.
Oh, terrible.
They lose all of that.
Wouldn't there be a lot of infrastructure that have to be put in if they put in houses?
It would be a lot of stuff to do, yeah. And
Yeah.
he was looking at like 200, I think they said 260 or 280,000. He wanted to sell those houses for, and it's today maybe, but a year from now, 2 years from now, God knows how the housing market's going to be like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this was the much better route. It's better for the residents. It's better for the city. That building is going to be there for a long time, so.
Yeah. Well, the money that you're going to be saving, at Maplewood and, be able to put it into this building. I mean, I'm hoping it's going to be a destination really for Garden City. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's I think it's something super cool. And there's two groups that are utilizing the school, and they would like to stay,
Mhm.
and it still gives us way more room than we've had, and it pretty much covers more than what the utility costs would cover a year is what they pay.
Wow.
So right there, that's a win for us.
Huge win.
And they're great programs too. So, and they're programs that local residents use.
Yeah.
So,
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah. And then the only other thing is we're kind of in the beginning stages of the DDA's looking at doing the park downtown.
Yeah.
And it's starting to get to a point where maybe conversations will happen, and it's starting to get a little exciting.
It's a long way away too.
It's a long way away too.
Yeah.
But it's good to see some positive things going on. It's just been so negative the last couple of years with everything going on in the world. So it's great to see these things going on in this community.
Yeah.
This community deserves to have these things happen.
We're due for some good things happening. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And just before I let you go, any news on the library or the situation where we stand there yet or anything? Still in litigation?
It's still, and it's driving me nuts. I wish it wasn't in litigation. Everybody knows kind of where I'm at on that.
Uh-huh.
It bothers me. We're all big entities in this city. We should all be able to just sit down and kind of fix all this. And I'm hoping maybe that happens.
You would think.
So.
This is going to be tied up for a long time due to COVID. I guess they're backed up, quite a bit. So.
Oh man, the courts are, so my unit was assigned to the courts before I retired.
Right.
And it's an absolute disaster down there. And this isn't the time now. I'll be back talking about some Wayne County stuff later, but
yes.
it's a disaster. And say what you want, people who are incarcerated deserve a certain kind of expediency through trials. You can't just lock somebody up that's charged and forget about them. And, and these officers that are down there working in this have been working in this for 2 years. And, it's horrible. It's bad for the citizens.
Yeah.
It's bad for it. It's just not a good look. And the courts, I get it. And I think what you're going to find is, not just in the courts, but in a lot of places, video, just like this, right? So we're doing this by video. So video arraignments were already there. Now you're going to see video trials, and I think they're going to kind of try to lean towards the digital setting.
Push some of it through.
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, I think you also, if you request a regular trial, you should have a right to it.
Yeah. That's true.
We'll see. Hopefully all this stuff is wrapped up fast. It's taxing. So.
Right. It is. Well, look, I want to thank you again for taking the time to come on the show and share with our listeners your hobby / business.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me. It's good to be back here.
You do great work, and nothing but the best to you. And hope you saw a lot of stuff. And I'll mention it again how people can get a hold of you. And you're welcome to come back anytime.
Absolutely. And I talked to you. We'll be back on here hopefully soon.
Yes.
I do have one more thing though.
Sure.
Project Grad for the high school.
Yes.
May 7th, there's going to be a fundraiser, and we'll get more information out there. But May 7th, included with the sports venue, we're raffling off stuff like the Blackstone Grill and all that.
Oh, that's what I got. I love my Blackstone.
Yeah, I'm going to buy a ticket. I'm hoping I'll win.
Oh, I love it.
But so it just kind of throwing that date out there now.
Okay.
We'll be getting more information. Darcy and I are working Saturday. It's the last event that we're working. Darcy said, if you want to donate goodies.
Yeah. Now, can you send me information on that and a flyer, and we'll gladly promote that. Anything for Project Grad.
It's a great program. I mean, what a great idea. And I think the kids are excited. Obviously, they don't know where they're going. They don't know what they're going to do. It's a surprise to them.
Right.
But it's a great, safe way for them to, be able to be happy about graduating. Exactly.
What is this? Tell them what it is, Brian.
Yeah, she's yelling at me from afar. So Project Grad is when the day of graduation, they have their ceremony at the high school.
Yep.
All the kids go home, they change, they get on their comfy clothes, and they go back to the high school. Only the seniors, only the graduates, and they get on buses, and they're taken to a undisclosed location.
Okay.
And in the past, they've used places like Dave & Buster's, or Zap Zone and places like that.
Right.
And they're locked in for the night to have fun. It's food, all the food's provided. It's just the graduating class. They've been through from kindergarten on up together, this group of individuals, and it's supervised by parents and it's really awesome. They all get gift bags and there's a lot of great stuff that they get. The parents have been working all the Lions games. We've been working. We've raised over $30,000 already for this thing.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. Both our boys graduated, from Garden City High School, and when they had their party, it was in the gym, and they had all kinds of stuff brought in.
Right,
they were locked in there.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot better than celebrating by going out and drinking something and getting in a car accident and killing somebody on the night of their greatest achievement.
Exactly. And that's kind of where this came from is, I remember what 5-10 years ago when I graduated high school.
Yeah, right.
That's what it was. You graduate and you're an adult. Be careful, and this is a great way for them to say goodbye,
safely.
Yeah. So,
yeah. Well, that sounds like a good thing. And like I said, send us the information and we'll gladly, anything that has to do with Project Grad, send it to us and we'll get that out there for you.
Absolutely will.
All right. Well, you take care, sir. And thanks again for coming on. Anything else you want to cover?
I'm happy baseball's coming back.
Yeah.
Me too.
I was actually going to wear this hat, but I know Darcy would lose her mind because it is nasty. It's old. It's just where a hat should be, right?
That's your work hat, man.
So, Mike, I'm predicting that the Tigers are going to win the division.
Really?
You've heard it here. They are going to win Central Division. And
I wouldn't go quite that far, but I think they're going to win more often than they're going to lose.
I think they'll make the playoffs.
I think I honestly believe, I was meeting with Dan York
teams. Yeah.
I was meeting with Dan York earlier today and we were talking Tigers and, obviously everybody knows I'm a Cubs fan too.
Yeah. Your Cubbies.
But I love the Tigers. And it's so exciting to see that their GM Avila has taken a lot of abuse over the last years, but look at what he's built and he did it the old-fashioned way from the farm system up.
Yeah.
We've got some exciting years coming up for
last year was exciting. They made it exciting last year. They really did.
Yeah. So
keep it going.
There's a lot of different ways it can go, but I put my prediction out there. It's on the web now. I can't take it back.
All right, I'm writing that down.
How many wins?
Oh gosh, come on now. I can't get into the wins. What they have last year?
77, I think.
77, right? I'm trying to think. Was it shortened?
No.
No.
We had a full season
Not
last year. Right? So I'm gonna say
at least 10 more.
I'm gonna say 92.
Okay.
No. I wasn't going to go that high, but that'd be great.
Say 87, 89, maybe.
Well, every year I predict the Cubs are going to win the World Series, and it's only happened once in 1,000 years. So
right. Hey, you never know. We'll just keep our fingers crossed, right?
Yeah, but you watch. They're going to be in the playoffs, and they're going to win the division.
Yeah, well, I hope
That'd be great. Well, there's a lot of good things going. I mean, besides the rookies coming up, your 3 starting pitchers that they brought up last year aren't going to be pitch limited.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that's plus you got another good starter, a good shortstop, a good catcher.
I heard
I'm optimistic too.
I heard National League's going to have designated hitter, and they're expanded the playoff teams to 12.
Yeah,
now.
2 more teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm old school. I'm not happy about the DH going away.
Yeah.
I loved watching. I didn't like the pitchers, and I get it. They're not very good batters. They should.
Yeah, I get it.
But they're not. But
far and few between.
One of the exciting things is you guys are going to be able to watch Javi Baez. The guy is just excitement. He struggles sometimes at the plate. I will say that. But, man, the guy makes some plays. It's just crazy. I got to watch him with the Cubs, so I'm happy he's here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And they're going to get a full season in. So
let's hope.
Sounds good.
Yeah, they say they're going to play a full 162. I don't think they're ever going to get a day off.
No.
From April 8th to.
Well, that's what they said.
I think they're talking. They have to add something like 4 or 5 doubleheaders to the season and a couple days at the end of the season or whatever.
Yeah.
And pay me that much money to play baseball.
Do you like the way that they handle the doubleheaders now?
No,
I don't either.
I don't like the 7 inning.
No,
and I know
the guy on second base.
Yeah, I certainly don't like the guy on second base. I thought I might be wrong. I thought they were getting away from that part. I could be wrong on that.
No, I didn't hear that.
I don't understand the extra large bases that they're coming up with. I don't get that part. Manfred is man, I miss Bud Selig.
Terrible, isn't he?
Manfred is horrible. He
hasn't even come out and commented on anything yet.
No, it's almost like he hates the game, so his job was to come in and decimate the game.
Yeah, they need to get him the hell out of there.
Yeah. So
put Brian Earle in there. You don't have enough to do, huh?
Hey, listen, if you want to pay me to fly around and watch baseball every day,
wouldn't that be awesome?
I'd say yes.
What a cake job. What a cake job, huh?
God, what a dream job.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Hey, you take care, and it was great talking to you again.
All right, thanks for having me on. You guys have a good night.
You too. Take care. Say hi to Darcy.
Yep, I will.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
All right. Very talented, that guy, eh?
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Hey, remember, if you want to contact Brian, you can email him at 1489studiodesigns@gmail.com. And then on Facebook at facebook.com/1489studiodesigns. And I'll mention that again at the end of the show. So, all right, let's get Joe Bartley in here with some tax talk, and then we're going to close out the show with Mike. So stand by. Get Joe.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Tax Talk with Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More. So today I just want to talk briefly about the difference between a standard deduction and an itemized deduction. Now, most people, as of probably about the last 7 years or so, just uses a standard deduction.
You don't have any choice.
Down to do your return, we look at the items that you have and decide which one's going to work better. Now, years ago, it was for many people, especially if you're a homeowner, it helped you to itemize. So on your itemize, which goes on a Schedule A, you've got your property taxes, your mortgage interest, any charitables that you have, things like that. When they doubled the standard deduction about 7 years ago, they made it harder for people to use those items. So most of the time it's better to use a standard deduction. So for a single or married filing separate, the standard deduction for 2021 is $12,550. So obviously if your mortgage interest, your property taxes, your charity, if it's less than that amount, then we're going to use what works best, which is a standard deduction. Now, a married filing joint return is the standard deduction is $25,100. So again, sometimes that's a tough number to hit because most people don't have that kind of property taxes and mortgage interest and even charity. So you're going to use whichever one works best for you. So a lot of times it's a habit that we still bring in our information for our house, but for most of us, it quite honestly doesn't do any good. I would say out of about 500 clients, I think I had 2 or 3 that were able to itemize. So it's a little more difficult. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It was created to supposedly make the tax returns simpler, but as with most things with the government, when they say they're making things simpler, it gets more complicated. So, it really didn't help you out too much because they took away the personal exemption. So that was 6 or 7 years ago. But so you're going to use whichever one works best for you. Hope that helps you out. As always, if you have questions, if there's something that you want me to talk about, get in touch with me or get in touch with Carrie, and we'll try to come up with a topic. General questions. You don't want to put anything personal on a podcast. If you do have something personal, you can always email me. Email address is joe@j&jtaxesandmore.com. Everything spelled out. You can call the office 734-523-8291. And I look forward to seeing you. If I could help you out, that's Joe from J&J Taxes and More. I appreciate you, and we'll talk to you next week. Thank you.
All right. Good information as always from Joe. Hey, just a quick announcement. Mike and I serve on the Commission on Aging for Garden City. We actually had our meeting Wednesday, and we are still looking to fill 2 positions. If you are 60 years or older, a resident of Garden City, and not currently serving on a board for the city, and you're interested, please contact me at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message me on Facebook, and I'll pass your name and information along to our chairperson. And we do some good things, so I hope we can get a couple people on that board. They meet the second Wednesday of every month, once a month. So
the meetings are only about an hour, so you're not making a major commitment.
And you get coffee and donuts, man.
Yeah.
All right. I want to mention if you are a small business owner and would like to feature your business on our show, please contact us either by email at gccommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on Facebook. We are here for you and would love to have you on the show to be a part of promoting your business for you. It also might be a great idea for you to contact the Garden City Business Alliance. They are recognized as a chamber for Garden City at gardencitybusinessalliance.org. And we are probably going to have someone from the GCBA on the show in the near future. So They contacted me today, and they're looking forward to it.
Now they meet once a month.
Yep, they meet once a month, the second Friday of every month. Yep.
So tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow they got a meeting. Yep. And a quick reminder, there will be a budget meeting on Monday, March 14th, 6 p.m. at the police station in the media room. And the next city council meeting will be Monday, March 21st at 7 p.m. in the council chambers, and that's located at 6000 Middle Belt Road. It's a good way for you to get involved and voice your concerns that you may have as well. All right, Mike, I am using a different computer, so we don't have any music for you tonight.
Oh,
so you get to rest.
That'll be the day.
My PC has been acting up, and I'm probably going to be getting a new one. So I don't know. I'll be using this computer for a while until that comes in. So anyway, we will do our events and announcements now. If you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right.
Got a bunch of stuff from the Echo.
Okay, here you go.
Referees are needed to be part of the game you love. If you're interested in becoming a ref, visit MichiganRefs.org.
Right.
Tai Chi Wednesdays. Beginners are 11:15 to 12:15. Advanced are 12:30 to 1:30 at the Maplewood Community Center. A great way to stay balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Home Pantry needs a couple volunteers, one to work in the pantry on Thursday mornings from 8:45 to 12:30, and one to pick up food once a month on any Wednesday at Gleaners on Northline Road and bring it to Maplewood. Call 734-793-1859 for more information.
Yep.
Cardio strength training, Saturdays at 9 a.m. the Maplewood Community Center. You can call 734-793-1850 to register. St. Patrick's Trivia Night, Friday, March 11th.
Yeah.
At the Joy Manor. Doors open at 6 p.m. Trivia starts at 7 p.m. All you can eat pizza, a cash bar. There's a $100 grand prize, $80 per team, 8 players on a team. Mm-hmm. Space is limited, so call or text 734-612-2521. Sponsored by the Michigan Chiropractic Specialties and the Rotary Club of Westland.
Yep.
Garden City Lions, 30th. Oh, hey, back up.
There you go.
Too fast. Garden City Lions, 30th annual pancake breakfast with guest cooks from the Garden City and Dearborn Heights Fire Department. This is going to be on Sunday, March 27th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's $6 adults, $4 for kids. Dearborn Heights Moose Lodge, $17.95, which is located at 27225 Warren Road, just on the south side of Warren, just east of Inkster.
Yep, that's a great event too.
Yeah,
and the price is right. You can't beat it.
Yep. Softball registration, spring and summer registration is available now. Registration is available online. Bring it on. At GardenCityMI.org/parks.
Yes.
An Easter marshmallow drop. Dearborn Heights Parks and Recreation is presenting an Easter marshmallow drop on Saturday, April 9th, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. There'll be a helicopter drop at 12:30. Variety shows, stilt walker, face painting, and get your photo with the Easter Bunny. Free entry, free prizes. Kids will gather marshmallows for a prize. They should bring their own basket. It's a free family event. A special appearance will be made by the Easter Bunny himself or herself, located at Canfield Community Center, 1801 North Beach Daily in Dearborn Heights. 313-791-3600 for information. And this is for kids ages 2 to 12, and it's sponsored by Target.
Yeah, and the price is right, free.
Yeah.
This is my budget. Small here to read, but
I can do it. Okay, time is here for the 2022-2023 kindergarten registration. Garden City Schools will be enrolling students turning 5 by September 1st, 2022. Plan to join us with your paperwork in person on these dates. March 23rd, 9:30 to 3:30. April 12th, 5 to 7. April 13th, 9:30 to 3:30. And May 19th, 5 to 7. And May 20th, 9:30 to 3:30. To jumpstart your registration process, please use this link for pre-enrollment. And I'm not going to read that whole link, but
No, that's fine. Yeah.
When you come to kindergarten roundup, please bring these items.
Mm.
Your child's original birth certificate, current immunization record, parent guardian,
That's fine.
MI picture ID with Garden City address, homeowner mortgage statement, renter's lease or property bill, homeowner renter's current electric, gas, or cable bill. If you live in Garden City with a family member, friend, call for residency affidavit information at 734-762-6385.
Yeah. Get that immunization record in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You all had to vaccinate.
Okay. I was going to get this one in anyway.
Yeah.
Frederick Meyer Gardens and Sculpture Park Senior Center trip. It's going to be April 13th from 9:50 to 5:30. It's ages 55 and up. Cost is $55. It includes the bus for traveling, a box lunch, and admission. Call Maplewood Community Center or visit the front desk or register online. You can call 734-793-1850 or go to www.gardencitymi.org/parks.
Yeah. Now, as of today, Cheryl talked to Danielle and they still got 14 tickets sold. So they got a lot of tickets left. So
Yeah,
call now.
this is not going to take place if we don't get some more enthusiasm for it.
Exactly.
And we know the price is a little bit higher than you want, but that's part of the thing with gas and
Yep.
so forth.
Yep.
Okay, register online at gardencitymi.org/parks for Adult Kickball League. It will be April 8th from June to June 17th, 6 p.m. on Fridays. 10 by 10, 10 versus 10, $200 a team for 8 weeks. Single games. I'm not sure what single games means.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay, Garden City Parks and Recreation Yoga.
Yeah.
Monday, 5 p.m., Thursday, 5:45 p.m. at the Maplewood Community Center. Punch cards are $24 for residents, $32 for non-residents. Drop-ins are $6. Become a vendor at the Westland Farmers and Artesian Market. Visit www.westlandfarmersmarket.com to get the 2022 vendor application and market policies. Market runs May 26th through October 13th. This is a big market.
It is.
They have a lot of
beautiful.
stuff going on.
Really state of the art. It really is.
Indie Art and Craft Jam on Sunday, May 22nd, and again on September 25th. Local makers, live music, good eats. This will be at the northeast corner of Ford and Middlebelt, 5805 Central. Presented by Creative Soul Makery and Studio Market and Helium Studio, and sponsored by the Garden City DDA.
Yep.
Okay, cardio drumming, ages 13 and over, $5 drop-in at the Maplewood Gym, Wednesday, 6 to 7 p.m. Bring your own set, ball, bass, and sticks, whatever that refers to. I guess if you're involved with it, you know what I'm talking. What they're talking about.
Out of a big ball, there is what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. Rent a set for $5 or purchase one for $30.
Okay, and that's all I got. What do you got? Anything else?
Well, you got a lot of them. I was going through the Echo, and we hit a lot of those things.
Yeah.
I do have one thing that wasn't in the Echo.
Yeah.
Inspire Theater is going to have their next performance, which is going to be See How They Run.
Right here.
Sounds like a really fun show.
Did you get this in the mail? right there?
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
Performances are going to be on Fridays and Saturdays, April 8th, 9th, 15th, 16th, 22nd, 23rd at 7:30, and Saturdays and Sundays, April 10th, 16th, 23rd, and 24th at 2 p.m. Tickets are $7. You can go to inspiretheater.ticketleap.com. They're located at the Westland Center for the Arts, which is, I don't know if I can read that, but it's on Warren Road between Vinoy and Wayne.
Mhm.
Sounds like an interesting show. It's set in the English countryside. A madcap mayhem and mischief abound. Mistaken identities cause the church lady to believe that the vicar's actress wife is having an affair with a former theater co-star. Add in a Cockney maid, an escaped Russian prisoner at war,
Oh, jeez.
visiting bishop, a novice cleric, and 4 men and clergymen in suits, and hilarious confusion and bedlam result. So swift the action, so involved the situations, so rib tickling the plot that at its finish, audiences are left exhausted from laughter. They are at this time requiring that you show proof of COVID vaccination and wear a mask. Now, if the regulations ease up between now and then, they'll make adjustments accordingly.
Okay, I got a couple here that I just wanted to mention. I said that I would mention him on air. We recently got our 2022 Ford Edge, and I want to give a shout out to my salesman, Scott Doherty from Bill Brown Ford in Livonia. He did a great job. It was very painless, got us a good deal. They actually have several on the lot, a good variety to
Nice.
choose from. So if you're interested in getting a used car or truck or a new car or truck, you can call Scott at 734-524-2773, and that's Bill Brown Ford.
Largest Ford
Also-
dealer in the state,
Yep.
or maybe the country. I don't know.
Yeah, I believe it. They had a heck of a, they had every Ford imaginable on the lot. So we got-
Okay.
also, I don't know if you've seen this gentleman walking your streets yet.
No.
Dylan Wigella. He is running
See-
for Jewel Jones' seat.
Well, I'm glad somebody that's not in jail is going to run for it.
Right. He is a public school teacher from Garden City, and
Good.
he is running for state rep. We had him come in the house. We talked to him for probably a good hour. He's got a good head on his shoulders, got some good ideas, some fresh ideas. He's young. Reminded me actually a lot of David Knisik. So
Yeah.
if you see
Wouldn't it be
him,
great to get him elected and have David back as our commissioner? And
yeah. So if you see him walking down the street and knocking on doors, invite him in or get outside and talk to him. He's got some good ideas. You can contact him at 248-662-5792. And he is on Facebook as well. So I just wanted to mention that. And I think that's all I got. We're coming
okay.
on an hour and 11 minutes.
Well, wait a minute. Let me pick it up from there.
Okay.
Tech Talk with Julie,
Yeah.
a group class
Let's
on
start.
the first Monday of each month from 10 to 11.
Yep.
And she will do one-on-one appointments. So
Mhm.
call 734-793-1870 to make your appointment.
Okay.
Now, let's see. What else have we got? You covered a lot of these things.
Save some for next week, remember?
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we covered a lot.
Food pantry we covered.
Things are going to start gearing up with the weather getting nicer. So,
Yeah, here's one
anybody
too
has
that
any
let me
event,
mention this. Any Michigan seniors that need help paying for groceries, SNAP benefits help Michigan seniors 60 and over buy healthy food at the grocery store. Applying is easy. Qualifying seniors 60 and over can contact the National Kidney Foundation of Michigan for SNAP application assistance. Call 313-259-1230 1574 extension 3160.
This was in the Echo too. Happy Mother's Day. They're going to have their Mother's Day celebration. I know it's a little early yet, but it's going to be Friday, May the 6th from 12 to 3. Live entertainment, catered lunch, giveaways, 50/50 raffle. Tickets go on sale Monday, April 4th. Tickets are $20 a piece. If you have any questions, please call 734-793-1870 or stop by the Senior Activities Office.
In the Maplewood Senior Center Thrift Shop, staffed by our friendly senior volunteers, all proceeds support programs at the Maplewood Senior Center. Their hours are Monday through Thursday from 9 to 2.
Yep, and they're still accepting donations.
Right. You can get a winter coat for $3 for men's and women's. They do a $2 bag sale every day. Includes only the clothing items located on the table.
Wow. Yeah, lots of good stuff. Yep.
And I guess we'll save the rest of it for next one.
All righty. That was a lot. We covered a lot there.
Yep.
All right. Well, Mike, we're always looking for guests to be on our show. So if you know someone who might be interested, it's very easy. Contact us at gcommunitychat@gmail.com or message us on Facebook. Doesn't matter what community you live in, we want to hear from you. During these times, we'll do the show remotely and safely from the comfort of your home or office, just like we did tonight, or your shop.
Right. Yeah, your garage.
Yeah. Maybe you own a business or belong to an organization. You'd like to share your information with us and the surrounding communities. If so, contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you. And with that said, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a podcast.
Podcast.
Special thanks to Councilman Brian Earle in talking about his 1489 Studio Designs business. He does some great work. Once again, contact Brian at 1489studiodesigns@gmail.com. Check out his work. You can also find him on Facebook. Also, thanks to Joe Bartley from J&J Taxes and More. Remember to contact Joe at 734-523-8291.
Just had my taxes done. Just waiting for the refunds now.
Awesome. Yeah, we had ours done quite a while ago, I guess. You can contact Joe also at 29217 Ford Road in Garden City for all your tax needs. Also, a big thanks to my fantastic co-hosts, meteorologist Dr. Tom Iwinski and Vice President Mike Jones. Great job as always. Any final thoughts, Mike, before we go?
No, just everybody get vaccinated, stay safe.
Yep. I'm just happy baseball's back.
Oh gosh, yes. That's nice. I've always looked forward to the end of winter, the beginning of spring, and baseball coming back all at the same time. This is my favorite time of year.
Yep. And it sounds like Dapper Tom's going to give us some nice weather next week, so I'm looking forward to that. All right. Big thank you to each and every one of you for sharing your time with us tonight. We really appreciate it. Remember, this show will be available right after we sign off tonight on Facebook, so we hope that you'll catch it later at your convenience if you tuned in late by going to facebook.com/GCChat. We're also live on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for GC Community Chat. You'll find not only this show, but all of our past shows as well. And please subscribe while you're there. We would really appreciate it by clicking on the red subscribe button. And as always, we continue to thank all of the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We can't thank you enough. Be safe, and we want you to know that you and your families are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And when you see any of these heroes, please let them know how much you appreciate them. They do a great job. We are praying that relief comes soon so you all can catch a break. And the numbers are looking pretty good in Garden City. I know they've been down. We had 3 straight days of zero cases.
Fantastic.
So remember, the success of a community depends on the community. So please support your local businesses. Don't forget, we like to promote community unity. So let's be united and support one another. And please don't hesitate, vaccinate. And Mike, if you see something,
say something.
Absolutely. We have to look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, don't forget to head on over to drtomsweather.com. It's got a great user-friendly website over there with lots of good information. We will see you right back here next Thursday, March 17th, St. Patty's Day, live on Facebook and YouTube. So until then, thanks for listening. Have a very safe and wonderful rest of your week, and good night. Mike, take care, buddy.
Yeah, you too, Terry.
All right, see ya.
Yep.